Hello everyone, this is Landry. Today we're going to be playing The Farmer Was Replaced. This is a new game where you write Python to tell this drone what to do, essentially. I've been playing it for a while already, so I've unlocked most of the things. I had a fun idea today to create a new cactus sorter that makes use of the mega farm. So that's what we're going to be tackling. But before that, I'll give you a quick tour of some of what I have so far. So I've done, some really simple things with the mega farm already. Like my little grass harvester here. Kind of satisfying. Similar things for some of the easier crops. And then this game also has some fun things like snake, which this was my first attempt at a snake solver. There's definitely room for improvement. It's not terrible. I guess I'll just let this play out real quick. See how far it can go. Pretty well. Alright. There's the maze. This was a really fun one. So I wrote a few small variations on my maze solver, and essentially the drones are all racing to find the treasure chest. Once they find it, it resets the maze. And since they all spread out across the board so quickly, they end up solving it usually pretty quickly, even with these larger mazes. But for today's puzzle, what I want to try and write, I have had a fun idea, is the cactus. So, here, I'll open this up so that you can sort of see the description of the puzzle. I had a fun idea for something I want to try with this. But essentially, you're just trying to sort the grid so that the largest cactus are in the top right, the smallest cactus are in the bottom left. And the limitation is you can only check the cactus near you and swap the cactus near you. So the position you're on and any cardinal direction. So you have to actually physically move the drone between all of the positions in order to make the swaps. So it would be pretty easy, I think, to do something like I did with the wheat, where you just have a lot of drones constantly passing over and swapping things as they go if they're not in order. But that seems a little boring to me. I don't want to, reuse that same strategy for all of my solves, so I think I thought of something that should be quite a bit funner. So let's see how it goes, I guess. See if my idea works. I'll pop over into Photoshop. So here's my representation of the drone. It's on a square, and it can see the square it's on and all of them next to it. If you add another drone, now both of these can see those two squares and they can pass them back and forth between each other. This is tileable, so you can fill the grid with these drones now, and all of the brighter spaces are seen by multiple drones, so they can all now pass cactus back and forth between each other. So the plan is to tile the grid in this way, and then I can hopefully solve the whole thing without the drones moving once they're in position. But yeah, this uses all 32 drones. This is the theory. Let's see if we can build it. Okay, an embarrassingly long amount of time has passed, but I think I finally got this working. So there I have all the drones in their positions. time to make them actually do stuff. So to start off with, let's have them actually till the field and plant the cactus. So I'll have each one do 2 spaces, and that'll fill the whole grid. And they'll do that based on their position. So start by getting their position. How do I do that again? Get position, there we go. So the way this grid works, you're either on odd odd or even even, so I only have to check one. So let's do mod 2 equals 0, should give me my even positions. And for now, I guess, let's just have them till, and that should be visible. Oops, used to C#. And then I'll put my while true, do a flip here. And this is going to be called, I don't know, do things, make it better later. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the struggle. Import do things, and then now instead of I have I'm doing a flip while true because if you pass all the way out, if the drone completes its task, it despawns if there are multiple. So I just have them flipping forever so that they don't disappear while I'm working with this. So do things dot do things, and I think that should do it. Oh, nope. It doesn't like my mod 2 because that I forgot. There we go. Let's let's clear and see what's happening there. Okay, yeah. So that seems to be working. It's just that I haven't done anything with the even ones yet, so they're immediately just passing out of the function. So let's just add my else. Also still do the same thing anyway. Nice. I don't know why these ones aren't doing anything. Let's fully clear and watch this again. Okay, yeah, we're good. And this is my my first drone, which isn't calling this, so we don't expect that to be tilled yet. It'll have its special whatever. Nice. Okay, so drones are doing things. So now the reason we've separated this is even drones will move left until that space as well. Odd drones will move right. So, and actually I think I'll have them do that first. So, move. I'm forgetting all the syntax. Or, okay, no, it's east. Or, well, west for even, I think, is what I want. And then they'll till. And then they'll plant the cactus. And then they'll move back to the east to their original spot. And till and plant a cactus. Oops. Ah. You can imagine the struggle. Okay. Let's make sure that's the right direction real quick. So I'm just going to move my clear down here because I keep needing it. So let's see. And I got the direction wrong. But otherwise working nice. So we'll do this instruction set for this group, and then this one will be east first, and then west. Ooh, yeah, that's satisfying. Okay, and I can actually just have my main drone also do things. Do things, do things. Okay, they just all untilled the soil because I hadn't cleared it, but now the first drone's doing the same as everyone else. Nice. So now all that's left to do is sort. And let's rename this to plant. I don't like having the same name for both of those for some reason, but it beats thinking right now, so. Make sure I haven't broken things that I have. Oh, because plant was already, yep. Okay, that's why we check things. Plant. What if I just go? Whatever. Plant. Go. Okay, that's working. I hadn't cleared, but they're going. Nice. Okay, so sorting time. So first we'll have them, let's see, there's my cactus thing again. What are these things called? Let's see if I can arrange things on the screen so that I can have bigger text. So let's just, we'll call this, I'm going to call it clock sort because I'm going to just go around clockwise. Sort, and if measure north, I will have to account for my edge cases, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Is less than, I think I can just do that for measuring where you're at. Then swap north. good. Then we'll measure east. Swap east. And then measure south. So use semicolons. Swap south. These ones I'm gonna have to change that to greater than, because we're moving up now. And finally, actually I'm gonna do this as another elif so that my final thing can be do a flip still. West greater than swap west. Okay, and then if it's all good, then just do flips while through. This doesn't let me exit though. So actually I think what I want to do is we'll do a flip, wait for a little while, and then just recall it. So I think I can just do I want to do recursion? And how do I do recursion? Could I just do sort from it here? I do not know. But let's try it. Oh, I forgot the colon. And I'm not actually calling sort anywhere, so that would help. So go, and then import clock sort, and we'll call it sort, and then also down here. All right. I definitely need more debugging. So there. Oh, well, I never exited this, that's why. So I don't need this anymore, theoretically. Because they should now move on to sorting and hopefully just keep trying to do that forever. Oops. I will need my edge cases, but also I need to clear first. Okay, so well, 7 if you're get position Y. And 7, skip that one. This is not how you do it in OR. There we go. And then east, you don't need to check east. And if you're position X, oh, these need that. And 7, don't check south if you're at 0. position Y. And don't check west if you're at 0. Let's try that. Oh, it doesn't like that. None in 3. I think this arrow means it's calling it on that one, but it... Do I need to do these in a different order? This or that? Let's just see if it errors on the same one. No, okay, so I think that's it. Swap all these around. Okay. Oh no. I think it's just trying to call it before the other ones are ready. Maybe. So let's just slow things down. Okay, so after you plant but before you sort, we want to slow you down a little. Let's add a pet the piggy. Alright, clear right, and okay, see what happens. Okay, so they exited out of this instead of going forever, but no errors. That's progress. How to do recursion. Let's see, have I done recursion anywhere? That would be convenient. I guess, well, what if instead of doing it here, I could just do while true in there. That makes more sense. Maybe leaving the slowdown is fine for now. Gives me a little visual indication while they're sorting, I think. So while true, try to sort things. And let's see that. I think it's... Well, where's my first drone go? Oh, I didn't put my first drone timed out. But the rest of this... I don't know what's going on there. This is mostly working. Oh, let's add my delays too down here. Do all the things. Let's just watch it again. I don't know why this isn't being passed down. It seems like a lot of these are working. It's just I got some of the edge cases are giving me errors. That was a fast sort though, besides that. It's promising. So let's think. If you're in the top row, then see if you need to swap, or, well, wait. Okay. This, I don't know why this wasn't giving me an error, actually. Let me, okay, let's move this. Actually, let's leave it there for now because it's stopping this from throwing, the measure from throwing an error for some reason. And let's just do a second if in here. So if this, then, well, I don't want to return out of the sort though. Is this going to get mad at me? And then otherwise do my swap. Well, it doesn't like that. Oh well, I'll just keep doing flips for now. Speed things up later. Okay, I can't tell that that's done anything. Might be another cut here to save you from my struggles. So if get position Y isn't 7, then I want to call measure and do the swap. That makes so much more sense. And then there's a implied else already because it just goes through in order, so I don't really need to worry about that. So if x isn't 7, I assume this is how I do not equals. Check that real quick. Measure and swap. And let's get rid of the rest of this for now. Okay, nope, that's not how I do it. Oh wait, maybe it is. Maybe I just forgot these. What if, I just don't know if this is working, so let's just say if your y is less than 7, check north. That should do the same thing. And that wasn't it. Let's just add slowdowns everywhere. So that it doesn't try to run everything simultaneously and see what happens. Okay, well that was embarrassing. So, I've cleaned up my logic a lot here. Now I'm checking if you're below the position, so if you're not the top row, then you do the thing. And then if you swap, then just return, because I keep calling it anyway, so there's no reason for the delay. It'll just pass on to the next one if this isn't true. So the else is implied. But yeah, cleaned up my edge cases. I haven't checked if having grass breaks things. Yeah, they don't care if it's grass or clear next to them, so let's see if we can speed it up a little. So it's measuring south, there's nothing there, throws an error. Avoid that. in this if. Like, if measure south isn't none, then check it. I could even do that instead of checking, like using the position based, because that would account for that as well. So, and then I don't need to do the delay, so that position is never none. If measure north isn't none, then do the thing. Okay, so that's working now. Alright, made a few quick changes. Now I'm just measuring in any direction, and if it's not measurable, then I just skip over the step, and that allows me to not need all the delay, because it'll just keep looping through until it can measure. So yeah, now if I run this, the sort is working, and it's pretty quick. I don't have anything right now checking that they're all grown and harvesting and recalling this, but I think this video is probably getting long enough. I need to go run and do stuff, so I'm going to call it here. But yeah, this is I think a pretty satisfying and fast 2D sorting algorithm using the drones. I do have it so that I harvest whenever I reset it, so I'm at least at the moment manually getting Cactus while I test. This game, again, is The Farmer Was Replaced. I hope you enjoyed.